To get the best from this download session, please now make sure you're seated in a comfortable chair or lying down comfortably. Before you begin to relax very deeply, I'm just going to say a few words about pornography addiction and what it means to overcome it. Compulsively viewing porn is usually a secret activity, but it is a real addiction. You may be a fine, respectable member of the community, but your time, self-esteem, and potential is being sapped away by wasted hours viewing porn. And what would happen if your friends, family, or colleagues were to hear about it? The fact is, you know about it, and afterwards you can often find yourself feeling empty and worthless, because porn blunts the senses and stops you appreciating the subtleties of life. Pornography can be a way of numbing or escaping from certain feelings and situations. However, like every other addiction, it ultimately never delivers what it seems to promise. Because the more you view, the more you want to view, and the more extreme the pornography that you seek out. Pornography has a kind of negative hypnotic effect, grabbing and then keeping your focus of attention locked until you wake up from the porn trance, feeling exhausted and miserable, your self-esteem destroyed. And porn addiction isn't always primarily to do with sex. Feelings of loneliness, boredom, insecurity, or even just having the opportunity can all result in porn addiction. These feelings can all start to become automatically anchored and then associated with using porn. But porn is ultimately a fraud because it promises something it doesn't deliver. People use it to escape reality, but it actually worsens the very reality you try to use it to escape from. Porn addiction is a dim reflection of things such as real passion and intimacy. It tries to replace these things, but there is no way it really can fulfill your longing for them. And you know, porn addiction is like a horrid parasite that steals your time, your dignity, your potential, and your self-esteem. It feeds off you like an abusive relationship. You may already have made efforts to chuck it in. You may go for days, weeks, or even months without using porn, and then, almost without knowing it, you're back into it again. Maybe you kidded yourself that you're not really hooked, or that you just view porn for a few minutes, but then you're entranced again by the porn, and hours go past. Of course, you need to control it, rather than having it control you. You need other productive things in your life that you can enjoy doing when you're alone. Start thinking about all the things you'll be doing in your life once you're freed up from having to view porn. The skills and talents and constructive satisfactions you can develop for yourself. This session will help you get your life back on track. And once you've successfully dumped it, be ready for it when it tries to steal you back with its charm. Like a thief, porn addiction is always trying to steal from you. Don't let it steal anymore. It's one day at a time, but each day you remain porn-free is more distance between you and that porn parasite. And now, I'd just like you to close your eyes as you begin to relax very deeply to the sounds of my words and to the spaces between the words. That's it, just with your eyes closed as you begin to relax. And as my words float around you, you can listen to them or not even pay attention consciously. Calm and soothing. And with each word and space, you can relax even more deeply, taking time out to rest and take a break from those everyday things, giving your body and mind some time to rejuvenate through rest and relaxation, calming every muscle and cell of your body, even the spaces in between those cells, vibrating and tingling with relaxation allowing each breath to breathe in deeper relaxation and calm. In a wonderful, calming warmth, spreading over and through you, like a calming blanket of rest. Out to the tips of your fingers. That's it, just send your awareness into the tips of your fingers as they relax deeper. And over and around the tips of those toes as they rest and begin to really relax. And those eyes can really start to feel very heavy as the muscles in those eyelids let that relaxation spread. And the more you try to open those eyelids, just the heavier those eyelids could be, resting easily and naturally. And perhaps you can imagine a journey on a train, a journey on the right tracks to a bright, new destination. And as you anticipate this, you can notice how you can relax even deeper the further you go on the journey. Hearing the clack of the train on the tracks, feeling the motion of the carriage gently rocking you into deeper rest, flowing through countryside and scenery of such beauty and colors as you continue traveling on a journey of ever deepening relaxation and calm. That calming movement, swaying slightly on the train in your mind like a train of thought, but keeping firmly on track all the time. Looking out of the window, the blur of movement and color, shapes blending into one, getting a sense of speed further and deeper. Maybe steam from the locomotive drifting past in your mind as you relax deeper with the words washing over you. Or floating through an open window, smell of the engine, the heartbeat of the train naturally beating, forging onwards, keeping on track to a brighter, better future. The track sometimes straight and then bending a little, but keeping the train on track as it takes you forward into deeper relaxation in your mind and body, allowing a natural flow, easy and calm. And perhaps the further forward, the clearer the view can become, as deeper relaxation brings more clarity, and you can naturally and easily see and think more clearly and with more purpose, not allowing yourself to be distracted, keeping on track, And as you relax even deeper, that clarity can sharpen. Your unconscious mind naturally knowing how to rest and relax. And as you round the next bend, clearly seeing the destination coming into view, a place where you can be calm and relaxed, confident and focused, and the train gently slowing and pulling up. And you can step down and into this special place in your mind, taking some time to look around you and notice just what it is about this place that is so relaxing, so restful. The sounds around you, the scents floating on the breeze, breathing in that relaxation, soaking up the vibrant colors, the shapes and contours of the landscape, feeling the ground beneath your feet, really feeling grounded and secure, because your body naturally knows how to relax this deeply and focus with such clarity that such rest and relaxation naturally brings. And perhaps here you can notice a tree covered in ivy, winding round the branches and trunk, a parasite choking that tree, stopping it being from what it's really meant to be. An abusive relationship between the parasite and that tree, stealing life from the tree. And even as a gardener can cut the ivy back, still it can return, clawing its way back, squeezing and suffocating, feeding off the tree, stealing the tree's time and potential to grow and be what it truly can be. And now, I'd just like you to imagine the lead up to viewing some porn. Notice those moments before you do it, that feeling of anticipation, of expectation rising. Noticing that now, the feelings surrounding that, how they can begin when you first start to get that expectation feeling, when and where they start. Perhaps noticing now in your mind where you might be before viewing porn. Maybe the sort of time of day it might be. Getting ready to watch that pornography or to view that pornography. Right to the point of switching it on or starting to view it. And now, just get the sense of fast forwarding through the whole porn viewing episode very quickly to afterwards, to the time when you finish doing it, and access those feelings right now, just after watching hours of porn. That empty feeling, almost like a horrible porn indigestion, deep in the pit of your stomach, getting the sense right now, on a very physical level, that you've just finished watching hours and hours of that. And it's like something of your personality has become diminished, something of your true nature has been eroded and corroded. all that wasted time stolen from you by pornography. Just get a sense of that feeling of after viewing it right now, that washed out feeling. That's it. And now again, back to a time in the lead up to watching some porn, those rising feelings of expectation again. Sensing those feelings building up, noticing where you are, and actually listening to those thoughts, taking notice of them, being dictated by them, the time of day or night. That's it. And just as you're about to start watching that porn, feeling that you're just about to start viewing it, that's it. Now floating quickly to just afterwards, after hours of porn watching. Now again get that feeling of fast forwarding through the whole episode, that feeling of perhaps exhaustion or being washed out or fed up or disappointed in yourself or tired. That's it. Those old familiar feelings filling you up, feeling worse than before you started watching it, perhaps a little ashamed. Just experiencing that post-porn sensation right now, after you've been doing it for hours and hours and hours. And now again, in your mind, drifting to a time when you're about to watch some porn, you're just about to do it, getting a sense of that build-up of expectation, recognizing those old familiar feelings, maybe kidding yourself you won't do it for very long, or that's it, somehow it's justified, or being drawn towards it like a magnet, calling you in, noticing where you are and when. That's it, to the point of almost starting to watch. Get to that point of almost starting to watch it. And then, right now, whizzing to that point just after, fast forwarding to the point just after having viewed it for hours. A few hours later, that's it, the feeling that you've switched off for whatever reason, you've had enough, you feel washed out. That sickening feeling, sick of watching all that porn, sensing all that time stolen from you. Inability for a few hours to appreciate subtleties in life. That's it. All those other things you could have been doing. That awful empty feeling deep inside. Get that post-porn feeling after doing that for hours. And now, just think about someone you like, someone you respect, or even love. Someone who would be so deeply disappointed if they knew. Really picturing that person in your mind, their facial features, their unique characteristics, sensing all those qualities in them you admire so much, feeling close to them. That's good. Now, just getting a sense again of being about to watch some porn, right to the point where you think you're just about to do it, about to switch it on. And just as that porn is about to con you into using it, feeling that person you admire, respect, or love just behind you, watching over your shoulder, viewing you, as if they're in the room with you, just watching you. Feeling their disappointment in you, maybe almost disbelief in you, the sense of you letting them down and yourself down. So just get that sense of being just about to watch it, then suddenly becoming aware of that person you were just thinking about, watching you about to watch that. And now, in your mind, drifting out to one side, watching that you over there about to watch that porn, viewing yourself from the outside over there about to look at some porn, watching yourself about to watch it, noticing behind you that person you respect so much, sensing their disappointment, watching their disappointment in what you're about to do. And as you watch, just notice how that compulsion to watch porn can really diminish, dropping away, and how comfortable and relaxed you can feel with that diminishment, getting your own mind back in control. Great. Once again, getting a sense of being about to view some porn, that familiar lead up, that expectation building, those familiar feelings. And then getting a powerful feeling of where this is leading, what you're about to do, where it actually finishes up. Then comfortably and happily deciding to do something else instead, getting a sense of doing that something else, that wonderful mastery of self, something rewarding and satisfying, a sense of achievement. So do that now, get a sense of just about to do it, just about to be hooked into that, and then actually making a stand and deciding to do something else instead. That's good. And again, that lead up to watching porn. Get that sense of being drawn towards it. Maybe you've been a bit tired or bored or fed up, or you just want to escape for a few hours. Getting ready to view. That build up, almost of excitement, just about to do that. Then now notice those compulsions just suddenly dropping away, easily and comfortably diminishing, leaving you calm and relaxed, calmly doing something else instead, something worthwhile. And feeling that smile inside, a sense of time well spent, not wasted. So get a sense of all of that right now. Excellent. And now, drifting into the future in your mind, maybe weeks or months or even years, and sensing that old porn addiction trying to tempt you back sometimes, trying to con you. And you can notice how easily you can ignore that, just not falling for it anymore, not allowing that old addiction to steal any more from you, and noticing how calm and comfortable you can be with that, like something you used to do long before. And now, in that future, experiencing knowing that compulsion just isn't there anymore, just an old, out-of-date memory. when that old addiction doesn't even try and tempt you back anymore, doesn't even try and bother. Like a bully that knows it can't push you around anymore, so it just doesn't even bother trying. That's it. And noticing the differences in this future, all that health and vitality, the richness of life, time to spend on so many different things, worthwhile activities, and the sense of achievement, of spending your time so constructively, naturally and easily. A sense of pride in everything you do, reflected back by those you admire and love. And now, drifting back to the here and now, bringing all those wonderful feelings, knowing your unconscious mind has learnt well today, easily taking this deep learning on board, setting the right course, on the right track, and now starting to notice the room around you again, the sounds around you, coming back to the room, refreshed and revitalized, and open those eyes right now. Excellent. And remember, the more you relax to this download, the more benefits you're going to notice. Remember also to check out other useful and associated sessions from hypnosisdownloads.com, such as Building Self-Esteem and Stop Negative Thoughts. My name is Mark Tyrrell of Uncommon Knowledge. Thank you for listening, and the best of luck to you.